Hello and welcome. Right. It's weird, isn't it, when you say, like, oh, I'm down at the shop. Yeah. It's because everyone can see that, but you're just making a statement of fact that is where you really are. It is, but it always makes me, like, psychoanalyze everything. Because you think, well, yeah, but they know that. They can see that I'm down at the shop, but that's not really what way you're saying it, is it, really? So, right, we bring in these two. Most things have been repaired apart from like what we bought ourselves. We're up to or down to 470,000, having sold lots of things, and we're having to play tactics. Yeah, we've got to. So because we're on our own, all we've got is the cash that we've got, and it seems such a lot of money. I thought, oh, I've been very generous, but like then we bought loads of, a couple of businesses that cost a fortune, and you realise, oh, actually, it's a good job we did have that, because we would have had nothing. We'd have had to do just the wood start, or we would sort of settle really for a couple of things. So, but I'm still wondering, well, what advantage is there to me doing wood chips right at the minute? This is true. What advantage is there? That is a good question. The other thing is, obviously, we're having to do this in another way, where we're stripping the bits and bobs. Yeah, because we know that it's going to take a while, and we've not really got any equipment for grabbing this off. So we lost. Yeah, I just wanted to see how good. So I have a nasty feeling that this is actually quite awful. Now the one thing is, and it's sort of like, it's just that bit, isn't it? Yeah. So let's just have a quick go. See how terrible this is on how long as it takes 3 or 4 seconds, then yeah, that's although is that any different to export? Oh, so that is as high as it goes. Sort of so exact this is. And look, you I mean, it's just okay. So we've got that, but I'm on it and it's doing nothing, and then we've got like that's like that, and that's not even with super strength. I mean, it's just like, that's pathetic. Okay, I apologise, but I mean, that was me trying to use that nicely. So I don't care if it's only worth 2,000. I'd sooner have 2,000 in my pocket than a piece of equipment that is that bad. I mean, it's just not. It's a little bit. To apologise. It's just me. It is. I hate things that don't work properly. I'm really. I'm angry about it. I am terribly angry that a piece of equipment could be so that poor that it's sort of like. I was actually on the wood, and it's just like sitting there, like not doing anything, and you're not even like, it's just, why is this piece of equipment in existence in Farmer Simulator? Because it's rubbish. Right, I think we can actually, it says that, oh wow, it's a lot longer. Oh, it is, and you'd actually got it waggled. But yeah, I mean, it is a simple enough. I mean, look, that's, now why would it not go down any further? Because that went down further. Because its thing hit the... Yeah, it's that cappy thing. Can we lift that off, though, the cap? Okay, let's give this another shot. It's not a lot, though, is it? I mean, I'm not being funny, but... That's it. That's your lot. Let's give one more chance. In case it was the user in charge, which it usually is. But yeah, let's have a go. Before we spit a dummy out, let's give it a proper chance. Not like 1 second and then it's the enemy, which is I am very much like that. If it's something's not right, there is obviously, you've got to give things a bit of a chance. Yeah. I mean, it is true. We're all a little bit like that, but like, I'm terrible. Yeah, I mean, snap judgments that we all make about other people, you know, like it's one of those things, isn't it, really? So let's give this a electric vehicle. Now you see that did actually. Okay, there's a bit of a neck to it then. Okay, well let's try it. It's not. That was not too terrible. No. It's too much faffing around. It's a bit better than I thought, though. I've got to be honest. Right, okay. Yeah. So this is where you're not ready. It's a good one. You've got a taller. Oh no. But there's all a bit of a learning curve with all of them, so I can't call it for that. Oh, it's still not done there. I thought it is better than I thought, but I can't be honest. We haven't got time to faff around like that. You know, like where, it's gone a bit. Oh, now it's gone a bit more. Oh, it's gone a bit more. Oh, right, it's still there. Yeah, right, okay, you gone. Oh, my life. I accidentally chopped a tree down. I didn't know we could do that. Yeah. So you're not as bad as I thought, but this is a specialist job where we need things that are actually good. And that I'm not going to call you, but it's definitely not. I will, hand on heart, can honestly say it's better than I thought it was, but it's still not good enough for this kind of map where you... If you was doing sort of forestry in real life, your equipment's got to be top notch. Not like this thing that is definitely not top notch. It's sort of like mediocre at best. So yeah, we'll say, let's just see if we this time, without crashing into a tree, if we can actually make it to the shop, or whether this... Oh no, I think it goes... It's going out. No, we need to like cut across. Yeah, I do things like this as well. It's heavy. Yeah, it's pushing it down onto the ground a bit. Okay. Yeah, careful, you're going to bump in something. Well, that's a typical shortcut. Not so short as you think. That's about true to real life. Leave that. Yeah, it's me. I'll take the blame. That one was me. Yeah, I shouldn't have come this way, really, should I? Let's be honest. But well, I suppose you haven't got to go on adventures, but the road definitely didn't come here, did it? Is this the... Yeah, it is the right shop. It's also got something else with it as well. Right, there you go. Right, okay. So we know you're not going to give us a lot. You know, but we actually would just like to see the back of you, if I'm honest. You're mediocre. You are better than I thought. Yeah. So that is right. So then, we can use the lumberjack for doing the tree stumps. It's far more reliable. It really is. So like that will do that. Now I did think of something that I did need though. We've done the mover. We've gone for a standard trailer, which is reasonable. Yeah, the one thing is obviously about this is once you've made your decision, you know, like, is it? There's no like going back. It is what it is. I am wondering about that. Right, okay. Do we do that bit of a test? Because we really need to do that now, because we're sort of holding up the buying of our equipment because we don't know what to order, and each like obviously this constant search. I'm not sure if it does it on a daily basis. I think it does. I don't think I've ever seen it. Or is it on an hourly basis? Well, this we have yet to discover. We have, it's true. Right, so then this is where we're going to go into like testing mode. But what we're testing is literally, we're just testing to see so that even the costs we are going to give ourselves back, because we're just literally testing to see what is fit for us to actually have for the Let's Play. Yeah, so we will be, right, it's further than you think. I do love this attachment. It is quite amazing. Yeah, for pulling multiple logs. But not for this kind of Let's Play where you need to like pull 100 logs like all the way down. It's like for grabbing things at a certain poor locations, really. Right, okay, so then yeah, and that's just not it won't. Yeah, I looked at that. What I can't even get a log long enough to chop in there. It would. If I'm going to describe it, having done this a lot, there's certain things where you mean business, and that's not one of them. This is where you're playing at it. It really is not meaning business. Now, this on the other hand, this is not a too terrible a bit of kit, really, but that's just so tiny that we use it. You see, I suppose what I'm trying to say is, this one here is for like when you play with mini Christmas trees. Yeah, when you're chopping like little 8-footers, which is about its length of the actual the body back. Now, yeah, I know you can like have them sticking out a little bit, but not. Look, okay, let's just go into like put one of these long ones like next to that, and we're gonna just like then stand back and think, yeah, right. So that is it. That is it there, and it goes on to about there. Right, okay. It's so. In fact, it's like, oh wow! I think it goes to there. So do you see what I mean? Like that. That is how I'm just doing this for emphasis. That is how inadequate that is. Now it would still be, even with a really good one, it's still going to be actually need chopping in two. But that's at least better than that, which would you have to chop in. In fact, that if you chop that into pieces, you may just about get all of that one log onto that one trailer. That's my point. Yeah, I'm not being horrible. I'm just being truthful that like what is inadequate for like what we're trying to do. So yeah, it's this you are definitely safe. This you are good, but that's definitely not. So then let's see. Let's check your control group. You have to unfold it. I was going to say I can't see any control groups, but now I get it. Right, so now you'd go control. But, so how do we know normally? Right, so 1 is that, 2 is that, 1 is back to that. It's a long time since I've used a crane. Up and down. It's me left and right. That's the crane left and right. I'm sure this is, well, yeah, you'd have to deal in the whole lot, and that's what I'm saying. There's like little things where you're playing at it, and then there's like major things. Now, of course, if affordance was a thing, which it does, but we've sort of come at this like from a professional standpoint. So again, a little bit inadequate. All my life, it's not only inadequate, it's actually not built right. Okay, got one of those pieces of equipment that's, yeah. Okay, now it's, oh no, it's because your control group's wrong. No, it's not. It is 1. Yeah, I'm sure 1 is the. Yeah, it is crane. Definitely is 1. Right, so we're right. 1 is crane. So, well, why is that now no longer coming in? No, it's no longer coming in. 2. Okay, now why will the arm not come back in is my point. Swivel. Open. That's literally with left. It's like that. And... okay. So how do I come back? Ah, okay. Oh, oh, no. And then... apologies for this. But you've got to, like, know your stuff, haven't you? And even if you're, like, knowing that, well, this is... yeah, let's just fold it. I might actually kindly give it away for us and just put it back in a specific position like that, where we're never going to use it again. Yeah, I know that it's just, again, cracking sort of thing in a way, but it's just, again, totally inadequate for what we wish to do. Really, it's just for the, it's just for a crew that's trying to get big. So really, we now need to. Right, so this is now not going to cost us. So 480, 189. Right now, then we want to test. Oh, suddenly got a Samaz. It's the boy. That's a good price. That is for that. Are we doing any grass work? We can't have everything. That's the trouble. It is. Yeah, you just can't. So, like, we're going to do excavators because also the excavators were the equipment that it said we needed, big excavators, and I did keep looking at that a little bit in. So I'd like to test, not for cost either. I like little equipment, but I think this is going to be inadequate because I don't think this is. So this is a lease. Yeah. We're just going to basically put it back to 480, so we're not worried about this. And now we need to, like, grab some excavator tools and see. Wood jaw. Oh, we want the wood jaw. That's what we want. But we don't care about the colour because we're only leasing at the minute. No. Or we know it's cheap though, but yeah. This is more about so pulverizer is for breaking these to destroy the rocks, and that's rocks 2. And we also want, that's for Kenny's. We're gonna need that at some point though, aren't we? If we're gonna try Kenny's too, which I think is only fair. And now we want the wood thing, which is hold jaws fitted for MQP. So is the MQP a thing itself then? Because, like, we might need to do the MQP. This is true, we may. Right, okay, the drawer. No, well, that should be it. So we'll try. So we've got an excavator, but I'm all my life. Of all the chances of, like, you having an excavator that, like, lands like that. Ooh. Push through, I think. Maybe it's not. That's it, right, okay. No, we need to, whatever that is. Right, so how do we do that? That's what I was trying to do. Right, fantastic. So we were like, shit. We might need the okay, let's try Kennis as well. Come on, for heaven's sake, you're right, just touching it a little bit. let's go way past it and come back out. At no point is that wanting to grab that. Right, okay, so that's a bust. That one was also a bust. So it looks like this has, like, well, it should surely obviously have its own Hydra dig. Wamspville 110W. So grading bucket 110W. That's 110W. And that one appears not to have any attaches at all. Okay, well that's a bit odd. So we surely then it should have something. Trenching with 110W. Yeah, no, it's a Y. Is it maybe only like things like that? Okay, let's try it. Levelers, activate. Yeah, definitely. Collision with material. Yeah, we'll have collisions. Lease, yes. So this is a very standard bucket. So surely you can like have something in the excavator section, you'd have thought. Are you sure that it's not me, that I haven't like, I've got to like do something like that, the tilt, so that the tilt's right? Is the tilt more like that? Well, it usually, there are, most things in the game are a little forgiving. You know, like where you get a bit of a hovery mark if you're close, but this, we're not getting anything. So, okay. We'll put it to one side. My normal fitter peak is to like think, right, okay, that's a load of rubbish. Where it's not really, it's just, it's not good for what we want because we can't figure it out that quickly. So, right, next please. Right, okay then. So we're going to go for the, I'll try the Hydra dig. Yeah, which looks very similar settings, actually. So let's give this a chance. There may be a separate pack for that one as well. So beacon strap, screen beacons, attacher type. Ooh. So you can do the 220X, which isn't that the... okay. Right, I've no idea. That's Kenny's. Right, okay, so that one's going to work with some of our attachments, definitely. Let's try this, but let's go... Yeah, it can't be 110W, can it? So let's go 220X. Lease it, yes. Right, okay, so see if, like, you are, like, the Kenny attachments. Or not. Now, this is... in like, oh, now you see, then that's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of kind of, so this is definitely good working with like the Kenny attachments. Right, so back to view. So this is an attachment. Now Kenny's were also like proper wood choppers. Yeah, so that one must have its own set, which I haven't got loaded. But now we wanted, let's just try to drop that, and like, do you need the attachment for that to work? Okay, that's sorry Buster, but you've got to go. Yeah, you've got it. Like causing too much grief for us, we're just not capable of. So this is the one. I think you need something else with that. I mean, now this is another set though. So it may like be a standard excavator where we needed the second attachment like with the other one. So now that I can see is for like almost like standard tools. Like that much I can make out just very, very, you know, by looking at it. So it's not, we want the proper So now we've got to go for Kenny's because it's we can see there's a pattern here. So this or maybe then for something else, the pulverizer, I might have to have, or maybe not. So Kenny's are the ones right down at the bottom. These ones. This machine can cut down. Fixed, dangle. Dangle or fixed? I think dangle. Okay, so let's lease you. Let's see what you're made of. Because you're small, but that's not necessarily an advantage. Because the others, you're only marginally cheaper than... also, oh no, I think I've got you going the wrong way. So let's turn this right the right way, because I don't want forward to be back and back to be forwards. I'd like forwards to be forwards and back to be back. Yeah, no, I think there was a controlled thing for this. That's what I'm saying. We did actually buy it, release it actually, but I think it's this one here. No, that's not that one. It's got to be that one there then. That looks more like a bucket. Ooh, I like. Yeah, it's definitely a bucket. So that's not what we want. I thought we had bought the attachment. No, I don't think we did. Looking at it. Apologies for this, but yeah, these things always take longer than you think. Let's just give it another chance as it... I know, I think you can see that it's like not the right fitment for that. Oh, hang on, is it that one? Is it that one? Let's give it a proper chance before we say no. Yeah, these lugs are like really getting on my nerves because like I can't move 2 feet without crashing into one. Now that's a quandary that I never ever got to the bottom of it when I was like my life. Yeah, no, I think that is probably it. Let's see. And that is, do you chop the tree? No, it's also, yeah, hover near that in case it really is. I think it's a special one. It's just for something specific. What's this? I'm not sure. It still doesn't look right to me. This looks more like for converting tools from other types. Okay, let's have a look then. Let's excavate tools. Is there one that is actually a tooly type? No, tools adapter. Yeah, that's what we went for. The excavator attachments. Log grapple fixed. Now they nearly all look like that. Like little tiny dangly bits, so they all look like a wood shear. No, we want the wood harvester head fixed. So that's weird because that one looks different to that one. That one looks like it would actually work, like the proper attachment, and yet this one, it's not got anything else that goes with it, as far as I can see. Yeah, everything else has got that double look, whereas that hasn't. So, to me then, I don't think we need the... I don't think we need that. I think we're gonna, like, need just this. Okay, Buster, your time's up, mate. You've been on me 1 time too little. 1 time too many, not too little. Let's just just surrounding area. We need to like get rid of these that are in the way. Everybody needs a good working area, otherwise like disasters occur. Yeah, I will do a time lapse for this. I usually like just go and do like 100 of these, like that's the way I normally roll. So then. So now we need to. Well, that's not particularly working terribly well. Yeah, there's no just like, oh, let's grab this at all at any point, whereas the one that's not a dangle, let's just try that, because that looked like it was actually going to work, you know, like fit straight away. Okay. Yeah, now that to me looks like I'm just going to hover over that and it's going to work. Yeah, you see, and that's what I'm on about. I am. Okay. Okay, so this is more, I think, oh, my life. Okay, all right. Now that's a killer. It is. You need the weight on a device, and I did think this when I, like, got it. So this is, it needs, like, it's stabilizers putting down. That would get, again, this is for like people who are not serious about a wood, you know, like, yeah, it's not. This is if you're playing at it, and yet the cost of this, sorry Russell, that's because you do make good mods, but I've got to be honest, it's got no weight, so therefore it's not going to do what we want it to do. So that's definitely out. We need something a bit more serious. It's got to be heavy for this type of thing for you to actually sort of do it. So although seemingly that Hydra dig was, yeah, I mean, how many tons is it? 12.7. That's 28.7. That's more like it. Yeah, that's 40 and that's 26. So that's the light one of the two. That's the big heavy one. So let's look at Canis, because so far this is log grapple, harvester head. Oh, okay, so you can actually have the harvester head actually built on already. Fast coupler. Ah, so maybe, yeah, so versatility, because we've just leased the arm size, long. Yeah, I think long. What we're trying to do we want long? Yeah, definitely, he says. Attaches plus trailer hitch, collision materials, yes. Fast coupler, auto tilt, yes. Main colour. Right, so we're going to lease you, yes. Fantastic. Now, I say me and the Liebherr go back a long time, which is why. Okay. Yeah, and I always preferred the wheeled version over the. Which one was it? Yeah, they're both falling down on the floor, so. Yeah, it was faster, is all, than obviously the track version. When, again, if you're covering area in, this is not a real harvester, as in like it's adapted, but nevertheless, this was my preferred thing. That was a lot cheaper in FS19. It was less than 100,000, so it was a serious bit of kit. This is going to be difficult to actually get me in the right place for it. I don't think that's possible to do. We're going to have to like reset the two cutters. No, no. We will reset you though, just so as you like level anyway, because I don't think you're for this set. I think we need to. What's the dangle type? That's the one I don't think was. Nope. Fixed. Hopefully that will get everything as if you bought them from the shop all over again. Okay. Yeah, you always manage to find. You always do. It's just one of those things. You always manage to find. Wherever you go in this, when you're doing a bit of testing, there's got to be a log that's in your way. It's like one of those unwritten rules, right? Let's just see, because this still looks to me like the wrong kind of attachment. The dangle. I don't know. If there was a chance, though, it would be at the bottom of that, I would have thought. But we need to be closer here. We're a lot further away than you think. Oh, Oh, actually, I think I do prefer the dangle. Yeah, no. This is what I normally have. It's got to be a bit of flexibility, and I've got used to this over the years. So I think this will be the one. No, I don't really want to do that. I think you've got the... So we need to be... Switch you on. Lower you as well. So you have no option. Now then, yeah, we need to decide the length. I would have thought this was one of those drop tree from wood harvest chains called 5 meters. Yes, definitely. Gonna go. Oh, so you jump over 7. 7's not good enough. Okay, well, 8 it is then. Tilt harvest ahead. So tilt harvest ahead. So there's a few things I'm not used to seeing. So let's just keep this on for a couple of minutes. So like normal cuts is what I'm used to, I think. No, it's not. It's left button and A. Well, that's what I pressed. Oh, okay. You need to turn it on. I thought we had. Right, now it's left button and A. Right. Right, that's annoying. The keep opening and closing malarkey. It is a bit strange, I've got to be honest. It is. Yeah, I could get used to this. Yeah, this is looking like a winner. This is... oh, yeah, we need to... does it unfold like that? Can we, like, cut that off? Do we have to have that on? When I cut, does it always... You are not allowed to... Oh, right, okay, so that we've reached the edge of our land. But this... we need to do this anyway. No? Okay, so... Or does that... Is that... No, I think it means you've reached the edge of your land. Well, this should be... I see, yeah, no, you are getting the cut now. Oh, you do have to. Yeah, it's definitely a... Yeah, I actually preferred the Liebherr, the excavator. It was a slightly simpler than a proper tree harvester, which you could get. It's a little bit more controllable than a tree harvester. There's a few things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I obviously Scorpion King is like, to me, like the bee's knees. It is only obviously then all of a sudden it stopped being the bee's knees because like it couldn't cut everything, and you're like, oh, okay, well that's a bit of a game changer that you can't cut everything. That is annoying. Oh, yeah, that is getting old fast. You know, like having to like do that every single cut. But hey, I suppose it's, yeah. Okay, you're bored, like. Ooh, there's another one as well. We just... Yeah, the collisions for you as a player have changed. You bump into things and they literally wallop you on. Yeah, like that. You wobble over things and stuff that you never used to. Now it's like really quite, you know, it is quite annoying. Right. Okay. Yeah, because there's patience is required, because the dangle version obviously has to like get its bearings every time that it sort of does things. Now this may, of course, not do the very largest. Now, would I expect anything like... Not really, no, because this type of thing, that would be its drawback to using this over it, but it's also an excavator which can be used later on for other tasks. Now, I'm saying I don't think that one's going to be the right one. That's going to be not ours. Yeah, exactly. It looks following a line, isn't it, really? So I would say, well, actually, yeah, you say that, but that we're heading towards 28 this way, so I'd have thought we were heading in the right direction. Huh. Maybe... We need to find the edge of our land anyway, so really, it's not a bad thing. No. Yeah, I don't want to be cheating either. No, I think we're on to a winner. We're on to a winner because obviously the excavator is not just for this particular task, but it's got its versatility for its buckets and that we're going to need later, and that for doing the iron as well. So we've sort of got to go for versatility over... Yeah, bone. So there's going to be a few annoying things like that are going to annoy me a lot until I adjust to it, because that's just the way that I am. But I think this is the one we're going with. Now I think there's another version too, but again, it's bigger. It was much bigger, but I think I'd prefer versatility over... was there any... Yeah, it was dearer, but I'm not really worried about that. I think it was 240. Might have been Kenny's. I think it was. So StarSpangledModz... For the money, I think I've got to be totally truthful. If you was going to look at this, Pepe's is cheap, but I can't find any attachments for it, so I must have not got the... again, I presume normally it's a set, so therefore I'd have the 50G set. Well, let's have a look at that. Let's be fair, because I'm not trying to be nasty here. So Pepe's excavator attachments, they're Kenny. Yeah, we did that, so that we've done an entire set of that. Definitely. So let's keep our eye out for wood stuff. Autoload wood. And that's StarSpangledModz. And we've got the JCB Hydrodic, which probably... Right, so he's only got that, but he does use... We're using the 220, so we're using Kenny's attachments. He's just not got the weight to actually make that... Can you actually... I've never thought about that. Does this actually... it does. So maybe... I wonder if it does do the Kenny tools then. I don't know. It looks like it only does certain ones of them. Oh, no, it's Kenny's. So I'd have thought Kenny's did, but maybe I'm wrong. So we're not going to try it. So the John Deere 50G, this is what I was going to look for. So it only has got a bucket. That's your lot. It's a bucket, 2 cubic meters by Pepe. No, so that's not going to cut it. Right, okay, so the Liebherr LH26 as... Oh, that's only listed as a bucket, but we can see it uses a lot more. Okay. Well, we've got a winner anyway. That's the thing that I'm going to say. So... Let's send everything back, because I'm not trying to cheat. I did say this. I only wanted to just get a feel for it, and I already know that, yeah, so we wanted, we're sending back you, because whatever you're for, we've not got it. Yeah, and besides which, with Kenneth actually does work. So return you, yes. Then we need to put our cash back. Oh, that needs repairing rather badly, the Kubota. Return you, yes. So it may work with more excavator tools, really. Repair, return, but we will be... Are we leasing to begin with? Or until we can afford? Or are we just like going straight for it? Well, if we was going to do this, we would sell the other one, which is to offset the price of this somewhat. In fact, no, yeah, pretty much pay for it. Yeah. So we want to go up to... Oh, it's not. We've not finished yet. Yeah, and it is the dangle. At least, again, we discovered that with using that, because it is... I was unsure. I was thinking, oh, I'm not sure. But then when I was using it, I was thinking, no, I have the dangle. Yeah, the dangle's the one that I actually have. Right, that's everything gone. So we want 479. So let's just add 20 to begin with. And then we'll see what that is. That's 472. So we want 7 more thousand. It won't be exactly to the pound dollar, but yeah, that within a very short 479829, maybe slightly, but we're not trying to cheat. So let's stick that down and let's grab now. No, we're going to do this properly. Yeah, we need to. Right, let's also, yeah, for the future, we're going to take that little thing and sell it, the back thing, because we're serious about our woodmanship. Yeah, our woodcraft. So yeah, we're going to sell. I'm going to keep the thing at the front. I'm not sure if I can sell just the crane, so we might be keeping the whole shebang. And we do need the John Deere, which is really slow. So, do you know, I'm going to be really kind to you. I'm going to like go into a time lapse because it's probably going to take 10 minutes to get down there. This is not much faster either, is it? Okay, let's send you going down to the store, and we're going to grab the really slow one. Right, okay, so it is... no, is that... yeah, it is. Why are you not giving me the, like... Yeah, set destination. Okay. We want to grab Mr. Slowy, which probably is that strange looking one. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Now, can anybody see, like, what's happening here? I'm going to say this before. Didn't we say that we weren't allowed to actually do this? So wouldn't that mean that we've got to chop this down with this for a bit? It would actually. It's true. Yeah, I was forgetting. It's weird when you pit yourself against, like, new things. It is true. Yeah, we did say that. We can't just buy things from the store, which means we've got to find used. So yeah, this is a definitely, yeah, we've paid it. We're happy. So we also need to do the same for the excavator tools. We want a dangle. We may as well buy. Right, so yes, you, and we also want to find used. Yes, it's a bit expensive. That's cheap. No, it's that 30 grand. So really, yeah, it's a bit. We do want other things too, though. Excavator attachments. This machine can cut down trees. Big log grapple fixed. Big log grapple. Big log grapple dangle. Button top. Used to transport logs. Ah, so that one literally grabs them, but I'm not trying to think. We might do another session where we're actually going through these and I find the attachment, and then you can have a good sort of look at what, you know, like how, what we like. It says big log grapple. But that says big, yeah, that says, yeah, it does. So log grapple dangle. Let's have a look at the sizes of these when people say big. You need something to reference, though, if you like. Now, tools adapter is going to be useful. So we're going to find use for you too, and continue search, yes. You know what's going to happen, don't you? We're going to get the tools before the actual machine. We do want a universal bucket, but we'd like a big one. So they're both 2,500 litres. That's... okay, they look the same. That's 4,000 litres versus 2005. That's better. Yeah. It looks a bit bigger. We got any bigger ones? Is that your lot? 4,000? 4,005. But it's like one of those grippy ones that I've never been any good at using. So looks like the biggest one is the Universal Bucket by Kelly, 4,000 litres. Yeah. So that too, I'm sure we're going to levelers activated, collision with materials. Let's try no, because we've tried yes the other one. Find used. Continuous search. Yes, it's a bit pricey. The search fee for like how much these are, the little ones, but nevertheless. So the others we're going to do some testing. So that's all of that little lot. Let's go down to the store because I'm quite sure that our one that we've set... oh, okay, my mouse has done that thing where it like disappears. Yeah, so then we need to go down to the store and we can sell that back thing, even though I know we've not got one. I'd sooner not have any than to have something that's like that poor. But let's have a look at whether you can, whether it's all the front blade is separate to the crane section. Because again, it's just, again, my lack of patience for that kind of thing. It's actually, it's not. No, when I was in FS19 for a long time, I actually customize. Can we? Oh right, okay. So winch and crane. You've got to sell either the whole shebang. So if we did standard, we can hide it all, but you lose your blade. You just have the blade? Crane and blade? No, you can't. Ah, typical. Yeah, you can have the crane and blade, but you can't have the blade. Well, at least you get the thing at the back, but then it ruins the tractor. Let's go standard where it's at least got a back weight 3-foot link. I think for us it's going to be more... I don't know. Yeah, because we've got the Tajfun, which does the same thing, really. So, like, I think we're just going to go as like that. I do. Yeah, it's got wheel weights as well. And it is a 180. It can go up to a 236, which is reasonable. We're not going to do it there because we need every penny. So we've got a 180 horsepower tractor. And how much is it actually worth if we sold it? And we look for another tractor. We have got enough tractors at this minute. So let's... how much would it sell for? 291,326. If we're not wanting a specialist, I know what you're trying to say. Do we just order another tractor? We sold the John Deere, didn't we? Go on. Yeah, I've got to sort of like be a bit vicious. We could treat ourselves. No, we didn't. Yeah, I know what we're trying to... no, we're not going to buy for the future just yet. I know what I'm thinking, like auxiliary tractors and stuff like that. I know what we need to go for. Yeah. Oh, that's a bum. What about a special tractor? It's in smalls. Yeah, it is. Could go for... Yeah, it is. Yeah, 445 horsepower. It's big but small. It looks very much like that, doesn't it? But it is a bit more powerful. So go on then. Let's find used. Yes. Fantastic. Excellent. Right. Okay. So we did a lot of spending there. We've got rid of a lot of stuff. But it's given us a lot of cash, which you're allowed to do. You've obviously got to do these things. That is true, but we do need to keep this for a while. It's true. This is what I was saying. But again, I was like getting to my normal mode as you are, where you think, yeah, let's go and swap this at the shop, because of course the shop's got everything inside that little shed. Has it? Has it really? No, not really. It's not, has it? So we need to crack on with this, because this is what we've got right now, and so therefore we've got to use it. Simple as. Right, okay then, so let's get cracking. Right, so I'm going to say my words. We are going to get a bit of work done. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that was the time that I decided that I was going to cut down, like 3 o'clock real time. I thought, yeah, no, that's it. We'll do till then. But next session, we're going to, like, literally move on to the mover. I'm trying to sort of, like, do lots of things. But I think what we're going to do, we've got enough wood now to get on with. So now, tactically, we can afford to sell this. So we're going to take this down to the store, and we're also gonna, next session we're gonna go down to the other end. We're gonna grab some stones and start the glass business as well. We've got a, because it's about versatility and about, like, yeah, that's true, we actually can sort of travel across country, can't we, rather than like deciding we're gonna go the entire thing. So the last thing we're gonna do is sell this, which I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm sure that was in the way, and it's that way on for the road. You can see a building as well, but I think let's have a look. That's not. No, you see, it's not. You're going the wrong way. It's actually completely opposite way. It's that way. That's more like it. Yeah, so towards 17, maybe even a bit more than that, and eventually you're going to come to the road if you're heading there. It is true in real life that you can see why it's so easy for people to get lost in like a thick forest like this. You get all turned around without something like a compass to guide you, some point of reference, or even a road that you've come down that you don't wander too far away from. Yeah, I can see some blue objects now, so we're heading roughly in the right direction. So yeah, tactics in this has got to be, although it looks like we're doing really well, we've got 787, that's because we've like traded in, and we are looking for that tractor which is going to replace the thing. So it looks like we're doing terribly well, but we're not really. Yeah, we've sort of already spent a lot of this cash when the things come through. I'm glad it was the mover that came through, because that's the thing that's holding the glass business up, and that's picking up the stone. Of course, we could go mad with it, but we're not going to. No, we're going to like do what we need and move on. But I think we'll do quite a bit of shifting of the stone. So we'll bring. Are we going to bring? Yeah, no, we will bring the. We'll keep offloading into the trailer and running that back. Oh, okay. I admit I was like taking up way too much room. Apologies, Carl. Yeah, that was a bit naughty of me. Right, so. Again, we're going to have a lot more money in a minute when we sell this, but this is seriously going to deplete us when we get Kenny's come through. Yeah, obviously, the only thing is in a little bit, I say that, but obviously this was brand spanking new and is worth a lot, whereas the Kenny one, we're buying everything used. Now, I have no problem with that, but obviously they get damaged quicker, so it's much of a muchness. There's no real cheating going on. But obviously, I'm using the find used as a tool. I can't do that to find new. You know, it's one of those things that you've really got no choice other than to do what we're doing. I didn't really mean to move the mover. I'd forgotten. Okay, with like doing all that testing, I'd forgotten we'd like done this. Yeah. So then, yeah, brilliant. So we've got a bit of a use out of that. But now we've got to wait for the Kenny excavator, which could take a while. But we've still got a lot of work to do next session down at the glass place, grabbing that lot. And obviously, I'm going to do that behind the scenes. I'm not going to faff around with that kind of thing. So, yes, hopefully you join me next session. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.